Okay, I think we are live now. So, 咁大家好啦，咁好歡迎嚟到今日 James-Lee 嘅 live。咁今日咧，我哋就會邀請咗兩位 AEGIS 嘅代表啦，去同我哋去傾偈嘅。分別係Yasemin啦，同埋係 Adam。咁 AEGIS 咧，其實就係一個業內嘅一個權威嘅監護認證嘅機構啦，係啦。咁佢哋就會去話俾大家知有啲乜嘢嘅監護公司、監護機構咧係符合一個即係佢哋認證嗰個資格嘅，係啦。咁所以今日係啦，我哋就好榮幸邀請到兩位咁當然仲有 Irene 啦，係啦，咁就同我哋一齊做一個即係 presentation 咁樣。Irene 講兩句啊。
Okay, hello 大家好。So 今日like Chris introduced 我哋有 AEGIS Adam 係而家個新嘅 Chair of Trustee， 咁Yasemin 就係 AEGIS 嘅 CEO 啦。咁佢哋會同我哋分享AEGIS 係乜嘢啦，同埋啲學生翻嚟啲監護人同埋啲學校可以點樣保護啲學生咯。
係啊，咁事不宜遲啦，咁我哋就開始我哋今日嘅即係 presentation 啦，稍等啊。
Maybe Adam and Yasemin, if you can introduce yourself briefly before we start the presentation, that'd be great.
Okay, Yasemin, shall I go first?
Yeah.
So I'd just like to introduce myself. So my name is Adam Lubbock, and I'm the chair of AEGIS. And it's a pleasure to be here and live stream on Facebook. It's certainly a new thing for me to have done before. My background is as a teacher, as a boarding housemaster and a director of boarding. And so my background has come through boarding side. So I certainly understand the whole sort of area of guardianship and the boarding and school relationship, and also now involved a lot with safeguarding as well. So that's just a little bit about me.
Hello, I'm Yasemin, and I have worked at AEGIS for the past 8 years. So I have a really good, thorough insight into the world of guardianship. I was an international student myself. I studied languages a long time ago, and I've lived abroad, worked abroad, studied abroad. So I have insight into that side of things, which is what really drew me to AEGIS. And I have worked in international marketing and education the whole time before AEGIS as well.
Sorry, let me do a brief translation on that. I forgot to unmute myself. 咁今日我哋兩位嘉賓咧就包括係 Adam 啦，同埋 Yasemin 啦。咁其實 Adam 咧佢以前係一個老師，咁佢亦都係做過Director of Boarding 嘅，咁所以其實佢就好熟悉即係英國寄宿學校同埋英國嘅教育制度啦。咁所以其實佢長時間以嚟都係從事呢一類即係關於 guardianship 或者 safeguarding 嘅一啲嘅工作。咁所以其實佢係相當即係具有經驗。咁 Yasemin 咧咁就即係加入咗 AEGIS 有8年啦，咁佢而家就係 AEGIS 嘅行政總裁係啦。咁佢自己曾經都係一個 international student 嚟嘅，咁佢亦都有好豐富嘅一啲喺即係作為一個國際生嘅一個嘅經驗啦，係同埋咁所以佢就好了解知道究竟國際生佢哋係需要啲乜嘢或者係我哋可以點樣去幫助佢哋嘅。Okay.
Okay, shall I start? Yeah. So in the UK, there are currently no regulations around guardianship, which means that a guardian doesn't have to be registered or licensed in order to operate as a guardian, and a homestay family doesn't have to have any checking or vetting of them either. So this is for us a big area of concern, the fact that there are no regulations of the guardianship sector.
咁剛才Yasemin 就講到啦，咁其實喺而家即係英國入面咧，係冇一個即係 regulations 係講關於即係例如監護人或者監護嘅組織，佢哋係要符合啲乜嘢嘅條件或者要即係符合必然某啲嘅法規或者許可先至可以成為一個 guardian 嘅。咁即係正如喺 PowerPoint 所講啦，咁其實呢樣嘢係重缺嘅。咁所以點解就要有一個即係業內嘅一個權威嘅監護機構去 fulfill 到呢樣嘢啦？ Okay.
So this is the reason why AEGIS was set up. It was set up in 1994 as a charity, set up by a group of heads of boarding schools and directors of guardianship companies in response to the lack of regulations around guardianship. So they were very concerned about where children were staying in the holidays. So they got together and formed AEGIS, and out of that came an inspection framework, which has been developed over the years and is now a set of quality standards which we use to accredit and inspect and accredit guardianship companies in the UK. So it's a very rigorous inspection process.
OK， 咁AEGIS 其實就係1994年係成立㗎啦，咁佢係即係為一個獨立嘅一個認證機構，咁佢哋本身register as 一個即係 charity 一個慈善機構嘅，咁其實個宗旨就係要當然係促進一啲國際生或者留學生嘅一啲嘅福祉啦，係啦 well-being 或者 welfare， 咁其實佢就係一個認證嘅機構，去話俾即係家長或者學生知道乜嘢嘅機構，邊一個嘅監護機構係符合佢哋嘅法規，即係或者符合佢哋嘅要求認證嘅咧咁樣。咁佢哋個即係主要嘅作用就係一個制定一個即係驗證嘅框架，係啦，令到啲人可以符合到呢一個嘅要求咯。OK。
So our inspection process is led by independent inspectors. As we are an independent accrediting body, we use independent inspectors who've been trained to inspect guardianship companies and who often have a background in education. So at the moment we have a two-stage process. The first stage is preliminary accreditation, and this is the checking of documentation. So it involves checks such as ensuring that there is appropriate insurance in place, contracts in place, that if guardians are looking after day pupils, that there is a link between the local authority and the guardian, and safer recruitment of homestays and all staff and volunteers involved with the guardianship company. So it's really examining and making sure that the paperwork and the foundations of the company are sound. Chris, do you want to translate that first bit and then I can...
Yeah, sure, no problem. 係啦，咁剛才Yasemin 就提到啦，咁其實AEGIS 咧嗰成個驗證過程咧就係由一啲獨立嘅調查員去做嘅，咁啲公司一定要符合晒所有 AEGIS 嗰個即係標準咧，先至能夠獲得認證。咁佢剛才第一個提到嘅就係一個即係初步認證啦。咁首先你要即係符合到一啲文件嘅審查，能夠即係 provide 到一啲papers 係啦，去證明到即係個公司嘅營運係符合佢哋嘅要求嘅。咁如果佢哋係即係日校嘅學生嘅話咧，咁就會同即係地方嘅政府係聯繫咯，係啦，咁就了解下佢哋嘅情況，咁亦都係確保成個即係去 recruit 一啲寄宿家庭嘅過程咧係安全以及係有保證嘅。OK。
Thanks. And then if a company successfully passes that stage 1 preliminary accreditation, then they're able to go on to gold standard accreditation, which is the highest standard of accreditation of guardianship companies in the UK, and the kite mark that most guardianship companies will be working towards. So the gold standard inspection involves interviews with students, homestays, school staff, overseas parents are sent questionnaires also, and what the inspectors are really trying to find out is the level of service that the guardianship company provides all of those people. So there are also visits that are made to homestays as well to check accommodation. And the homestays and school staff and students who are selected at random. So the guardianship company will provide the list and then the inspectors will choose at random.
OK，咁如果去到即係符合咗一個即係初步嘅認證之後啦，咁就可以去到一個即係可以去挑戰啦，或者可以叫做一個即係更加 high 嘅一個 standard，就係嗰個 gold standard 嘅呢個即係嘅認證。咁佢哋要做嘅嘢咧就比剛才所講初步認證咧係要更加多嘅。咁就可能即係 Aegis 佢哋嗰啲調查員就會同一啲寄宿家庭或者係啲學生去做一啲嘅甚至教職員去做一啲嘅訪談啦，去了解翻呢個即係guardianship organisation 究竟佢哋平時係個表現係點嘅咧？咁亦都會向一啲家長啊或者其他唔同一啲嘅 stakeholders 係啦，去發出一啲問卷，去了解翻佢哋對一個即係監護機構嘅嗰個水平係咪真係能夠符合到Aegis 嘅一個即係黃金標準嘅認證咯。所以其實呢個可以係理解為一個好全面好 all-rounded 嘅一個調查，去俾大家一個即係信心嘅保證啦。OK。
So homestay checks are one of the big areas that parents I know always want to make sure are a good standard, and also agents as well want to be reassured that children are being placed in good families. So part of our inspection process ensures that every member of a homestay family aged 16 and over are DBS checked, which is police checked. We also ask that an ID check is carried out on the main carer, that 2 references are sought for the main carer, also that they have a right to work in the UK. And then during the visit to the homestay, the inspector will do a health and safety assessment of the home to make sure that it's of a good standard, and they'll also speak to the host as well and ensure that they understand their hosting role as well and how to look after a child under their care.
係啦，咁相信相信咧即係對好多唔同嘅家庭嚟到講啦，嗰個即係 homestay 個要求咧都係好緊要嘅，係啦，咁所以即係 Aegis 喺呢方面咧個要求都係即係相當之嚴格啦，係啦，咁佢哋就會要求所有年滿16歲以上嘅一啲嘅寄宿家庭嘅成員咧，必須要係接受一個我哋所謂嘅 DBS check， 即係一個良民嘅或一個背景嘅審查啦。如果係主要嘅照顧者一啲嘅main carer 嘅話咧，咁佢哋甚至係要過一個即係所謂bar check list 嘅 checking 嘅，係啦，咁所以呢個係一個即係相當高規格嘅一個要求，去保證到啲學生喺呢個 host family 度住嘅時候咧係安全嘅。咁當然啦，我哋亦都會Aegis 亦都會查佢哋嘅身份證件啊，或者係咪喺英國有合法嘅工作嘅權力啊，亦都會要求有2個唔同嘅 reference letter 去證明翻即係嗰個即係 homestay 佢哋本身個品格係咪符合個要求嘅。咁然之後如果係嘅話，咁就會即係派人去做一個 assessment 啦，睇下嗰個屋企係咪真係符合到嗰個 health 同埋 safety 嘅一個要求咯。OK。
So the inspectors will then draw up a report based on the findings of the first and second stages of inspection, and that report goes to our board of trustees, who have the final say as to whether a guardianship company has passed. If they meet all of our requirements, they then become an accredited member of Aegis, and they are expected to be re-inspected every 4 years. So all of our accredited companies can be found on our website, and at the moment we've got 50 accredited guardianship companies.
係啦，咁經過一個審查之後個結果咧，咁個 report 就當然去交翻俾呢個即係董事會啦。咁然之後就睇下佢哋即係係咪 approve 呢個咁嘅 report。咁然之後，如果符合個要求嘅話咧，咁就可以正式成為 Aegis 嘅一個認可嘅成員啦。咁不過唔係一世嘅，係啦。咁每4年咧就要重新檢查一次，睇下佢哋即係嗰啲監護公司係咪依然能夠符合到嗰個要求同埋規格。咁目前咧大概係有50個嘅即係認可嘅一個即係監護公司啦。咁Yasemin剛才提到一個完整嘅一個 list 咧，就可以喺佢哋嘅 website 度係揾到嘅。
So currently, according to the ISE census, which is the independent school census, there are just under 29,000 international students studying here whose parents live overseas. Around 6,000 of those students are currently under AEGIS accreditation.
係啦，根據即係 ISC 佢哋本身嗰個調查啦，咁大概而家有28,910個嘅學生，一啲即係 non-British 嘅學生，而佢哋父母唔係同我哋一齊住嘅，即係可能佢哋係喺海外嘅咁樣。咁喺咁即係 around 大概3萬個學生入面咧，大概係有6000個學生咧係 under AEGIS 嘅一個 guardianship 嘅。
So this is just a brief look at the where the students' origin is. So you can see that mainland China have the highest proportion of students, followed by Europe and Hong Kong.
呢個就係一個即係一個 chart 啦，就話俾大家聽啊，即係其實而家最多嘅一啲嘅留學生咧個數量咧就係 mainland China 啦，咁跟住就係嚟自歐洲。跟住就係嚟自香港嘅一個學生啦。
So who's looking after the remaining 23,000 family students? So they're looked after by family, friends, acquaintances, unaccredited guardians, and some simply have no arrangements. Guardianship arrangements in place at all. So there are some very good non-accredited guardians out there who developed close links with schools, which is great. However, there are others who do not operate with the best interests of the child at heart, and this is what we're trying to raise awareness of.
係啦，咁即係剛才講到啦，有6000個學生 under AEGIS 嘅 guardianship， 咁即係證明大概仲有即係2萬幾個學生，其實可能純粹係由屋企嘅人嘅朋友啊，一啲熟人啊，或者係一個未經認證嘅監護機構咧係照顧緊嘅。咁部分嘅啲即係 guardianship 嘅安排咧，其實就即係相當一般啦。咁所以佢哋未必係以學生嘅福祉作為最大考量，呢個亦都係 AEGIS 一個即係比較關心嘅一個嘅議題咯。Sorry, Yasemin, I think you mute yourself.
Sorry. So cutting corners, for example, to save money or to just fill in a name on a piece of paper, basically leads to fictitious guardians. We call them paper guardians. So it is just a name on a form, sometimes fictitious. Sometimes friends of the family are appointed who do not understand really the role of a guardian. Sometimes unaccredited guardians end up placing students in unsupervised accommodation during holidays or with unsuitable homestays as well. And we also know cases of unaccredited guardians taking advantage financially.
係啦，咁如果唔係由 AEGIS 即係認證嘅一啲監護機構，然之後佢哋有即係偷工減料啊，或者係好 hea 嘅話，咁會有咩情況咧？第一就可能佢哋會係啲虛構監護人啦，即係可能根本就唔存在啦，或者根本就冇履行到作為監護人嘅責任啦。咁 AEGIS 佢哋都見過一啲 case 咧，就係可能一啲未經授權嘅監護人喺假期期間係即係學生留喺一個冇人睇住嘅一個即係嘅 homestay 嘅情況，或者 accommodation 都有出現嘅。咁其實對於學生嘅安全嚟講，都係一個考慮，一個好大嘅問題啦。咁亦都試過佢哋安排啲學生喺啲唔適合嘅即係 host family 度啊。咁其實啲學生亦都住得好唔開心，亦都見過佢哋可能係喺財政上抽咗啲家長或者學生嘅水啊咁，所以其實呢啲情況其實都係相當唔理想嘅。
Schools are the tier 4 visa sponsor for students. So that means that they have responsibility for the child both in and out of school grounds. And so by parents appointing an Aegis accredited guardian, it helps schools fulfill their visa sponsor requirements. And also, more importantly as well, is the fact that an Aegis accredited guardian provides peace of mind to overseas parents that the child will be safe while they're in the UK.
係啦，咁剛才 Yasemin 就提到啦，咁其實學校就係即係學生 Tier 4 Visa 嘅嗰個即係 sponsorship，咁所以其實佢哋係要即係負責孭起呢個學生喺校內校外嘅一個安全，咁所以正因為呢個原因咧，好多學校就堅持一啲國際留學生佢用一個 Aegis 認可嘅監護公司或者監護人係啦去睇住佢哋啦，因為學校自己本身都有責任噶嘛。咁所以佢哋就會要求啲父母就揾翻 Aegis 嘅認證嘅監護人，咁令到即係唔同嘅 parties 大家都會即係開心安心啦，仲有 OK。
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all of the presentation. 咁呢度就係Yasemin佢嘅個資料啦。咁即係大家有問題嘅話可以 email 過去嘅。係啦，咁我哋今日而家就進行呢個 Q&A 嘅 section. So now we move on the Q&A section, Irene, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so if any parents have got any questions, 係咯，如果家長有咩問題咧，咁你哋可以喺 Facebook 或者我哋個 WhatsApp 度message 我哋問啲問題咯。
Okay. So I think the first question is about the school reopen in September. So is there anything that Aegis will any guideline from Aegis to the guardianship organization to make sure that students when they come back they can live in a safe place?
Should I start, Adam?
Yeah, that's great. You start. I'll let you start each time.
So basically, we over the last months we've been keeping a very close eye on how things are, and we advised our guardianship companies to make contact with their schools and parents, and to start having conversation with them now in order to prepare for September. So what we're really asking is for everyone to work together. That's what we're working towards. And guardians at the moment are looking, it looks like there might be a 14-day quarantine period introduced by the government for any incoming people to the UK. So at the moment, guardians are preparing, looking at whether they will be able to provide quarantine for students, either in accommodation or homestay families. And our guardians are working together. So some guardians might not have enough families who can provide that. So they're looking at working together in order to find solutions to quarantine. And that's if it looks like boarding schools will probably be open for a quarantine period if it's possible, but there will be some schools that won't be able to provide that. So we hope the guardians can fill that gap.
Okay. Let me do a brief because I can hear my voice is so strange. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Great. Then I just ignore my voice. So 剛才 Yasemin 就提到啦，咁其實佢哋亦都係好持續關注9月能唔能夠開學嘅呢個情況，係啦，咁即係包括政府剛才提出咗早前提出咗由6月8號開始所有即係嚟到英國嘅人咧，佢哋都要接受嗰個14日個強制隔離，咁佢哋要 provide 即係佢哋會住邊度嘅呢個佢哋會住邊度嘅地址嘅呢個 information 俾政府，係啦，咁所以其實佢哋都同緊即係監護機構傾緊啦，即係究竟可唔可以安排到一啲accommodation啊，或者係啲host family 係俾佢哋啦。 咁但係如果學校本身能夠 provide 到一啲boarding house 嘅話咧，咁就可以解決到個問題。咁但係有啲學校亦都係暫時係未話會開放。咁所以我哋即係AEGIS 嘅就會同一啲監護公司就繼續去商討啦，究竟可以點樣去 fill 到呢個咁嘅 gap 咯。
Chris, if I can add to that, so
Sure.
I think I'm just also just confirming, as Yasemin has said, it's a lot about the communication that we have, and understanding that all guardianships are of different sizes, all schools are of different sizes, and so there's not one scenario that fits everybody. So this is where the communication is so important, and schools as well as guardianship organisations, they want to hear from parents. What are their concerns, so they can put their minds at rest and let them know all the good things that are happening, the plans that are being put in place to allow for the children to come back. And a lot of the time, it might look like things are slow with information from the UK, is that we wait for the government guidance, but we're always looking ahead. We're sort of preempting what the government are going to do next, but we have to wait for that advice to come out. So it's all about working together. And understanding about communication.
OK， 咁Adam 剛才就提到啦，咁其實嗰個 communication 即係嗰個溝通其實係好緊要嘅，即係可能喺外界角度睇緊即係英國係咪好多嘢都好慢咧咁？咁但係其實即係AEGIS 或者即係監護機構作為一個即係中間一個橋梁嘅角色啦，咁其實最緊要係同唔同嘅持份者都有一個充分嘅溝通，咁呢個就係而家即係我哋呢一方面係做緊嘅嘢，咁佢哋都會睇緊即係究竟嚟緊政府，即係當然佢哋自己都會有啲諗法，但係最終都要睇下政府下一步會點樣做，然之後再睇下可以如何地配合咯，係啦，咁就係呢個就係剛才 Adam 提到嗰個關於communication 嗰樣嘢。OK，I've got some question from the Facebook. Yeah, one of the parents asked, does AEGIS have a list of host families?
We don't have a list of host families, no. We only have a list of guardians who will provide host families.
係啦，咁剛才有家長就問到啦，咁就係AEGIS 會唔會即係有個即係寄宿家庭嘅一個表嘅咧？咁Yasemin剛才就話冇嘅，咁但係佢哋會有一個表咧，係有邊啲嘅監護機構係AEGIS accredited 嘅。咁我諗大家即係只要聯絡到呢一類嘅監護機構嘅話咧，咁同佢哋去傾下嗰個即係寄宿家庭嘅情況咧，咁都會係安心之選咯。有冇補充啊 ，Irene？
啱啊。Yasemin, so I've got a question here from a parent as well, saying, why is AEGIS so powerful?
Why is AEGIS so powerful?
Yes. So I don't know if what that means,
well,
but I guess
I'd like to answer. Can I answer that? Yeah, I'm quite happy to answer that. If I look back to my boarding roots, and when I was a director of boarding housemaster of 60 odd children, which most children were from overseas, I was always wondering what's happening at the weekends, what's happening at the holiday time. How do I know that these children who are my responsibility, I want to make sure, because they're an extended part of my family, that they're safe. So we looked after them so well. We want to make sure that they continue to have that safety when they leave the boarding house. So that's at that time that I actually didn't know much about AEGIS about that time. That was about 10, 12 years ago. And then speaking to a guardian who I found to be excellent at the time, spoke to her and said, well, why are you so different? Why is it that you come up with all these things and all these processes in place, whereas some don't so much, and it's a bit loose? And she told me about AEGIS. I did some research, and then a few years later, I became a trustee, and obviously now I'm the chair. And you know, it's fantastic the way it provides that gold standard of making sure that the child is safe, and that's absolutely critical for all schools for their protection, but also so important for parents who are not in the same country, just to know that their child can concentrate on their studies, enjoying the cultural life at a school. but when it comes to those times for exeats or weekends or holidays, that they continue to be safe. And I think that's just so important. So I think that hopefully that answers the question of why it's so powerful. But it certainly was certainly powerful to me when I was a housemaster. I thought this is just amazing. You know, I'd like all my guardians to subscribe to this.
I think also it's we are the only organisation in the UK that has been promoting the welfare of international students and providing accreditation for a sector that is unregulated. So if it wasn't for Aegis, there would have been no regulation whatsoever. So we are an independent accrediting body.
嗱，剛才 Adam 就分享翻佢10到12年前佢喺即係做Director of Boarding 嘅時候嘅一啲嘅經歷啦。咁就係即係當時佢可能即係發覺有啲嘅法規可能係即係有啲即係寬鬆或者有時都唔知點樣可以令到啲家長或者學生係一個好安心嘅情況。咁所以Yasemin 就補充話，即係其實即係點解Aegis 係 powerful 咧？咁就係因為佢哋係即係唯一一個即係認證嘅機構去話俾大家聽，無論係監護公司啊、家長啊或者學生聽究竟點樣先為之一個合乎規格認證嘅一個監護公司，從而令到唔同嘅教育上面嘅持份者都能夠去安心咯。咁我諗呢個就係即係我唔知 Irene 各位家長講 powerful 係咩意思啦？咁但係我諗都係即係簡單地解釋咗，即係究竟 Aegis 佢哋做啲乜嘢令到大家係覺得安心放心。
Okay, so next question. There's quite a lot of questions, so I'll try to go through them quite quickly. It says, can students live in the hotel for 14 days quarantine? Because, well, James-Lee is an Aegis accredited guardianship organization, and we don't allow it. And I think quite a lot of Aegis accredited guardianship companies are not going to be allowing students to stay in hotels by themselves. But so this parent's asking, because of the quarantine, if schools are not providing boarding houses and host families not an option, what can the students do?
Well, I think a lot of boarding schools will be staying open or trying to accommodate for the 14-day quarantine period. Those that can't, our guardians will be providing either homestay accommodation or other. There are also some who are looking into the possibility of residential quarantine for children, so that they have actually activities to do while they're there to keep them busy, but obviously still social distancing and following the rules. But so we hope that there's a solution for everyone, that the guardians will fill the gap where the schools aren't able to. But obviously there's going to be tier 4 sponsor requirements for the quarantine accommodation, which we don't know what those guidelines are yet.
So the other question, sorry, Chris, maybe you can translate that quickly.
Yeah.
There's so many questions that I have to, I'm like getting a bit excited.
Okay.
To cover them all.
Okay. I'll make it quick. 簡單嚟講就係家長問到關於嗰個14日嘅即係 quarantine， 咁究竟 Aegis 可以點樣幫手啦？咁 Yasemin 剛才提到，咁其實即係 boarding school 或者 boarding house， 其實佢哋係佢哋都即係都陸續開放緊，或者係諗緊如何開放，點樣可以幫到啲學生。咁但係如果唔得嘅話，咁Aegis 即係佢哋都會揾緊啲可能即係 residential accommodation 啊，諸如此類嘅一個唔同嘅選擇去fill 到中間嘅一個 gap。咁但係當然最緊要亦都係同翻即係本身你自己嘅監護機構去問翻個實際嘅情況咯。I finish, Irene.
Thank you.
Chris, can I just add one thing to that?
Yeah, sure.
We have also contacted all of our guardians to let them know that as part of the Aegis family, that we're looking to support each other. So if there are any guardians who are finding it particularly difficult because they have some children at schools that are unable to take children at that time, then we're working with guardianships as well as schools to try and make sure that these that every child should be absolutely cared for as they should be and everything appropriate.
OK， 咁 Adam 剛才好快就提到就係咁，其實而家都即係進行緊啲聯絡嘅工作啦。咁同學校啊或者唔同嘅監護機構去傾緊啊，即係究竟如果即係學生翻到嚟之後嘅時候，佢會應該點樣可以好好地安置到佢哋咧？咁樣咁而家就係亦都係 AEGIS 佢哋最主要嘅工作之一咯。即係如果係準備9月開學嘅話。
Okay, so I've got a very interesting one. Is there any scoring system to give to every guardian, like the Michelin star system?
Well, what we've done with our accreditation is introduce the gold standard level. So at the moment, that's the highest level of accreditation a guardian can have in the UK, which is the most stringent, robust inspection process that they've been through. But aside from that, no.
I get the pleasure of reading through inspection reports that have been fantastically put together by our inspectors. Not every guardianship who applies for AEGIS accreditation actually passes. So it's not a simplistic thing to do. And as you all know, going through inspection is a tough thing, and I think that's important. It's how robust it is does make it, as Yasemin said, that gold standard. Even this morning, I was reading through an inspection report, and it was fantastic to read how well that guardianship was covering all the aspects for the care of all the children who will be under their care. So I think that's probably sort of where that sits.
即係剛才 Yasemin 就提到啦，咁就係而家嗰個高 standard 咧，咁就係一個最高嘅標準，係啦。咁Adam 就補充話咁其實都有好多唔同嘅監護機構去嘗試去獲得呢個 AEGIS 嘅認證，但係唔係每一個嘅 application 都能夠成功，係啦。咁即係佢話佢自己好 enjoy 去睇嗰個即係調查嘅嗰個 report。係啦，咁佢有時都好開心有啲監護機構能夠即係 fulfill 到佢哋嘅要求喎，但係即係佢強調呢個唔係一個容易嘅過程咯，咁亦都會有好多嘅監護機構係冇辦法做到呢一樣嘢咯。OK。
Okay. Sorry, I just had Kenneth walking at the background.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why you laugh so happily.
Yeah, so you just saw his arm, but yeah,
like a ghost.
So this is quite a controversial question I've got here. Our agency in Hong Kong said AEGIS accreditation is not important. What would you say?
Well, I would disagree representing AEGIS, obviously, but no, I would say that it is important because it ensures that the person who is going to be looking after your child in the UK, someone has checked them, vetted them, they're safe, they provide safe accommodation, safe transport. So I think it's extremely important.
Yeah, I would say that more and more agents are now starting to talk about the importance of being accredited for guardians because they realise, and certainly through the COVID-19 pandemic, it's shown even more the importance of having appropriate guardians who have those skills and want to safeguard children and understand the whole process. So I think that sort of area is shifting, and I think that there'll be more and more agents who will have those conversations with parents a lot earlier about the importance of guardianship than maybe they were in the past.
I would also say that a lot of schools insist on AEGIS accredited guardians as well. So that is important to have an AEGIS accredited guardian, and schools also will refer parents to AEGIS in their guardianship policy. So it is important.
咁即係剛才有家長就問到啦，佢話有啲 agent 喺香港咧就話AEGIS 唔緊要嘅，咁即係係咪嘅咧？咁當然兩位都話唔係啦，因為其實要成為 AEGIS accredited 嘅監護公司，其實係要 go through 好多唔同嘅過程，所以 成個過程係 make sure 啲學生過嚟嘅時候咧係一個好安全嘅環境咯。咁所以呢樣嘢就係剛才 Yasemin 強調。咁然之後 Adam 就講到咁尤其喺COVID-19 呢個 pandemic 嘅情況底下，咁其實亦都有越嚟越多嘅即係家長啦或者學校係重視 AEGIS 嘅個認證係啦。咁所以尤其經歷過今次嘅情況之後，我相信即係佢相信會有更多嘅人係會認同，即係其實 AEGIS 完全係非常非常重要咯。
So a parent's asking, do I have to use a guardian? Can the school not contact them directly overseas if there's an issue?
No, well, most schools insist that there is a guardian in the UK as a condition of admission. So you do have to have a guardian.
And in my experience, when I was in a school, the only students who didn't predominantly have a guardian were those that came from Europe. But I must admit, a number of those over the years then started to have guardians as well, because it did throw up that even though the parents are a flight away, that can cause a lot of issues for the safety of that child and the well-being of that child. So I think it probably might get towards a stage that before long that all students, international students, will have to have a guardian.
係啦，咁即係剛才就有家長問到話，究竟可唔可以直接去學校同家長去聯絡咧？係啦，咁係唔得嘅，因為呢個咧係嗰個Tier 4 Visa 嘅嗰個要求啦，係啦，咁所以中間即係作為一個聯絡人嘅過程入面，即係其實Guardian去發揮個角色係好緊要咯。咁你既要符合到學校要求啦，亦要保障到學生嘅安全啦。咁所以其實剛才家長提到嗰個樣嘢係不能夠存在。
Okay, so how do AEGIS make sure host families are safe for the children?
So during the inspection, the inspector will check that they will select at random host families to visit, and during that visit they will have a checklist of health and safety points that have to be met, and they will also interview the host family, the main carer, to find out that whether they understand their role as a host. They will check that the accommodation is suitable, that for example there are carbon monoxide alarms in place, that there is a gas safety certificate, that the references, they'll check that the references are legitimate, DBS checks. So it's quite thorough. It is quite thorough.
And just linked to that, schools have also started to have some very good ways of actually checking as well, by actually having that conversation with the child when they return back from having an exeat or having a holiday. Just to have listen to the pupil's voice or the child's voice. What is it that they enjoyed about their time? How was the family? Were there any problems? So it also helps that double checking side through there as well as the guardians doing that as well, touching in after the holiday to check, was everything okay?
係啦，咁即係剛才有家長就問到你究竟 AEGIS 點樣去 make sure 啲即係 host family 有冇問題咧？咁Yasemin 就講到啦，咁其實即係佢哋會做一個 random checking 啦，係啦，即係 AEGIS 佢哋會派員去一啲 host family 同我哋去即係根據 checklist 去對翻個情況，究竟係咪理想啦，符合要求啦，亦都會同一個 main carer 啦去傾偈，去確保佢了解自己個 role， 佢個角色個 duty 究竟係啲乜嘢嘅，係啦，咁所以其實會有一連串嘅一啲唔同嘅行動去 make sure 到啲 host family 佢哋係符合到嗰個嘅要求嘅，係啦，咁所以剛才Adam 亦都補充啦，就係咁其實學校或者係啦，學校喺啲學生放完假之後咧，都會同我哋傾下偈，係啦，去了解翻佢哋究竟喺啲 exit或者一啲long holiday 嘅時候， 喺 homestay 佢哋嘅情況係咪理想咧，或者係咪符合到佢哋嘅 expectation 咧？咁呢樣嘢其實都有一個好全面、好 all-rounded 嘅一個方式去確保係符合要求嘅。
So we got a message from Nicola Lutz, a very lovely message saying Aegis, the most thorough accreditation.
Thank you. Hi, Nicola.
Okay, so can Aegis also help with schools? I don't,
As in find school placements or?
No, I think they're talking about the quarantine, something like that, because I remember when we are answering the question about the 14 days quarantine, the question just popped up. So I don't think it's about school placement. I think it's about the 14 days quarantine.
So basically this, Adam,
Yeah,
so the question is,
again?
Yeah, can Aegis also help with schools?
In what way? I think that we have schools who are members of Aegis as well, which is fantastic. We work very hard on making sure that the relationship between schools and guardianships is at the front of all that goes on, because there's the school linking with the guardianship, also with, obviously you've got to put the child in there and also the parents. So that whole area has got to communicate very well together. So we do have newsletters that we send out and communicate to our schools, and also let them know what the guardian stance is, or this is what our guardianship organisations are the expectations through there. So that's probably where we do support schools in that way, as well as schools are very welcome to contact us, as they have done, and Yasemin's had a number of conversations with schools throughout this COVID-19 time, and it's amazing to see how well they've been working with guardians, and also, you know, that we're all working together to support the students coming back as soon as they can.
係啦，雖然個問題就有少少含糊啦，但係都 Adam 都盡量嘗試解答，就係咁其實即係 Aegis 亦都同學校咧係有好緊密嘅聯繫，係啦，咁然之後佢哋喺成個 COVID-19 嘅過程中都不斷咁樣同學校聯絡，即係睇下佢哋喺過程中點樣安排啊，或者點樣去復課嘅時候究竟會點樣處理啊，即係會透過唔同嘅方面、唔同嘅方式去同學校溝通，咁包括阿 Yasemin 佢喺即係成個lockdown 嘅即係時間入面都同咗好多唔同嘅學校聯繫，去確保即係雙方之間係有一個即係緊密嘅溝通，同埋了解大家未來嗰個措施啊或者做法係點樣最能夠符合到學生嘅safety 咯。
Okay, so how strict will the quarantine measures be? Like, for example, can they order food? If they're being quarantined, how can they, you know, how will the food get to them?
Well, in a boarding school setting, they will provide meals. Obviously, the school will still provide meals, and any guardian who's arranging residential quarantine or in a homestay, they will provide meals, I guess delivered to the door, and the student would have to eat in their room, but they would still definitely have food.
If I think back to the students that I've known very well over the years, they might be thinking about how can they get their supplies of additional noodles or whatever they want. It's their favourite type of food, which completely understand. I think it's probably good to have that conversation, and even ask the guardians to contact the school and say, look, they're coming back, they're a bit dubious or concerned that they might not be able to go out shopping, where they might be able to go and get some of their favourite foods to have as snacks, etc. You know, will they accept deliveries? I mean, Amazon deliver all the time, even through the lockdown. Nothing has stopped with deliveries. The post has carried on as normal. So there's lots of services that haven't stopped at all. So I think it's about the school just knowing about it and being asked that question, that it would actually really support the child, that they knew that their food that they want to order can come through. So it's just communication, I think. And I would like to think that schools are now more than ever very, very obliging and understand so much more about how this all affects everybody, sort of mentally and throughout. Good luck explaining this one, Chris.
Yeah. Just some background noise. Maybe someone just ordering food and then some background noise, so distracting. Yeah. 剛才Adam 就講到啦，咁即係就有家長問到啊，咁究竟喺個 quarantine 嘅過程中，學生即係啲嘢食點樣處理咧？咁 Yasemin 就話咁即係boarding school 去 provide 佢哋嘅 meal 啦，或者如果啲學生佢哋係住喺accommodation 嘅話，咁佢哋亦都有即係都會安排到食物嘅，咁所以食物呢樣嘢就唔使擔心。咁 Adam 就提到咁其實最緊要係個 communication 啦。如果大家有任何嘅疑問嘅話，亦都可以問翻嗰個。即係監護公司代為去問學校究竟佢個安排究竟係點咯，咁佢都好ensure 就係咁喺成個 lockdown 期間嗰啲 delivery 嗰啲問題完全係 OK 嘅，係啊，咁所以呢個我都即係佢話都大家都唔使太擔心。Yeah, I just noticed that more and more restaurants are reopening, and then you can just order food there. so I don't think it's actually a problem. Yeah, in September. Yeah, now it's just May.
Yeah,
and then,
I think that's exactly right, Chris, that no one knows what it's going to look like in September, whether there'll still be quarantine measures in place by then. We just don't know. But certainly,
but getting better, I think.
Restaurants have been very, very clever in how they've sort of adapted, and lots of more delivery going on, and it really you can still access the food that you might want, but you might not be able to sit in a restaurant to begin with. That might, or that that social distancing comes in, and there'll just be slightly different measures in how that occurs.
Yeah, I think the students from all around the world, they just maybe get used to it because the lockdown is not just happening in the UK, right? So I think, yeah, they'll just get used to it. But maybe the parents are a little bit worried about the food. Yeah, but I think it's understandable.
Everyone worries about food.
Yeah. I don't think we need to translate this part. Okay, Irene.
Okay, so I'm conscious that we've only got 5 minutes left, so I'm going to ask again some quite difficult questions. So they're saying Aegis isn't a government body, but powerful. Why is that?
We're not a government body, no, we're an independent body. But we are the only independent accrediting body in the UK. So we are a charity that is safeguarding international students, and we are the only organisation of this type in the UK. So that's probably why we're seen in that way. And we do work closely with the Department for Education and across the sector. So, yeah.
I think it's quite key, as Yasemin said, the independence, but also the charitable part of that. I mean, for example, in my position, it's an unpaid position. As my trustees, it's all unpaid. So it's not like it's a money-making system. It is sheerly about international children being safe, and the appropriate mechanisms being put in place. So I'm quite glad that we've had these words "powerful" put out there today. Because it shows that the amount of work that goes on, the inspection process. We've got a fantastic team of inspectors, and they really get it. And also the trustees who are so supportive. And they come from a whole different wide range of different professions. So from education and also represented through guardianship as well. So feel quite supported through their great efforts as well.
係啦，咁有家長就問到啊，咁其實即係 Aegis 又唔係政府機構，點解會咁 powerful 咧？咁兩位其實最簡單歸納就係，因為時間唔多，我唔逐個解釋。最簡單歸納就係因為佢哋 independent 啊，係啊，即係佢哋係一個獨立嘅一個機構咧，係能夠去做一個即係認證，係啦。咁所以其實呢樣嘢就係一個即係相當緊要，同埋係一個唯一嘅一個認證嘅機構係會做關於 guardianship 公司嘅一個。即係accredit 即係嘅一個嘅認證咯，咁所以呢個就係即係佢哋點解powerful 嘅原因。
Okay, last two questions.
Mhm.
What qualifications are needed for a guardianship company to be registered under Aegis? Do they need specific qualifications or can anyone register?
We ask that they have safeguarding training, so that someone in the company has designated safeguarding lead training, so that's the highest type, that they have safer recruitment training as well. And a lot of our guardianship companies also are trained in mental health provision for international students. And generally, most guardianship companies the directors have been international students themselves or agents, or come from an educational background. Not that it's a necessity, but we find that or from a boarding school background, for example. So normally it's not someone who decides to have a career change. It develops into guardianship from maybe hosting or being involved with international students.
嗱，咁其實
sorry, and Chris, and the the accreditation to get through the stages up to gold level, it's quite a thing to do. It really means that anybody who's interested in being a guardian is fully taken through all the processes to make sure that they are appropriate, and it's really, really pleasing when they do. It's fantastic to see the work that goes on.
OK， 咁剛才 Yasemin 就提到啦，咁其實要成為要做認證嘅家庭公司咧，係例如佢哋要過唔同嘅 training， 例如一啲佢safeguarding 啊，或者係 safer recruitment 啊呢一類嘅 training， 咁去確保呢一類嘅認證嘅監護公司咧，佢哋可以繼續 keep 住佢哋嘅 standard 嘅，係啦，咁佢剛才都提到一點啦，呢、這個監護嘅呢個行業啦，就唔係話你突然之間轉行去做會理想，而係通常大家都係有一啲 education 嘅背景，知道究竟啲國際學生有啲咩需要啊，或者係本身係對呢行係充滿一個熱情嘅時候，先會進入呢一行咯。咁所以呢個係剛才 Yasemin 嘅嗰個係啦講法啦，係啦，咁我諗大概係差唔多啦。
Yeah. So last question, what will the students and parents lose if they use a guardianship that's not accredited by Aegis? So I guess asking, how they'll lose out or what the disadvantages are. I think that's the questions that's being asked.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's some really excellent non-accredited guardians out there who just haven't come forward for Aegis accreditation. But I guess it's not knowing whether they are those guardians or maybe guardians who aren't quite so good or not as reputable. It's difficult to know when there isn't a kite mark.
I think sort of add to that, I mean, Yasemin has, although we won't talk about exactly what those examples are, but Yasemin's had a number of occasions where there have been non-accredited Aegis guardianships that unfortunately are highly inappropriate to be looking after children. So there is that risk factor. And I think that risk when you've got your own child and you're sending them overseas, why have that risk? Why not just make sure they are safe, they're going to be looked after properly, instead of just having someone tell you that, but they don't have to abide by anything. They can pretty much do what they want. So I think that's quite important. And I learned that lesson being a director of boarding. I knew that the importance of having accredited guardians. One thing Aegis is trying to work very hard on is those guardianships that might be very, very small in size, that we do cast that net a lot wider to show support to them so that they feel that we are able to include them within our whole system, because then the more accredited guardians out there, the more safe international students will be.
係啦，咁即係有家長就問到啦，咁如果監護人即係或者如果家長學生用一啲唔係 AEGIS accredited 嘅監護公司嘅話，會冇咗啲咩嘅保障咧？咁即係 Yasemin 講到，咁其實坊間都有啲嘅即係冇認證嘅機構，可能係做得好出色嘅，但係個問題就係你始終會將個小朋友放咗一個有風險嘅環境底下，咁 Adam 就補充話，咁佢以前作為一個 Director of Boarding 嘅經驗就話到俾佢知，究竟一個認證咗嘅監護機構個重要性喺邊度？其實講到尾就係個信心咯。佢就提到咁其實你都送個小朋友即係千里之外過嚟讀書，咁點解要將佢擺喺一個即係 risk 嘅一個即係 position 咧？咁其實呢個亦都係 unnecessary 嘅嘛，係啦。咁所以呢個就係即係點解要用到即係最好用到一個 AEGIS accredited 嘅監護公司嘅原因。
Irene, can I add one thing?
Yeah, you have questioned yourself.
Sorry, had you finished, Chris?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay. But also, if a parent has a complaint about a guardian, if they're AEGIS accredited, they have someone to come to complain to. If there's no overarching body and there's an unaccredited guardian, there's no one that you can complain to. And quite often we get complaints about non-accredited guardians and parents asking us to help with problems, but we can't because the guardian's not accredited. So it puts parents in a difficult position sometimes.
係啦，咁 Yasemin 剛才就補充咗啦，咁其實即係有時面對一啲情況，就可能啲家長同監護公司之間，佢哋可能會有啲拗撬嘅。咁但係如果係一個唔係認證咗嘅監護機構去到揾 AEGIS 去，即係佢哋 put 個 argument 喺度咧，咁其實 AEGIS 係好難幫到佢哋嘅，因為嗰間公司根本就唔係一個認證咗嘅公司啊嘛。咁所以點解即係可能你作為一個調停嘅機制又好，或者係作為一個即係中間人去處理兩者之間嘅糾紛都好咧，即係點解要有 AEGIS 呢個即係 independent 嘅一個獨立嘅一個機構去作為一個認證咧？咁其實對於無論係其實對家長、對於學生或者係對於監護人公司嚟講咧，其實都係一個保障咯。
Okay, thank you very much. Yasemin and Adam, if you could just do one last thing. If you could summarize for this coming September, are the schools A, do you think will open by September? And B, how are guardianship organizations, AEGIS accredited guardianship organizations, as well as schools supporting people in quarantine or assisting with quarantining students, or how schools and guardians are going to assist with anyone with who gets COVID-19 if they unluckily get COVID-19 while in quarantine or while at school?
Yeah, so we basically schools are starting to open gradually from 1st of June. So by September, Adam, would you agree? I would expect.
There is still that. I think schools are expecting, boarding schools are expecting students in September. I think that probably as every day goes forward, that's becoming more and more of a reality. We have to be mindful that that we do have to wait for government guidance on a lot of things, but schools are still on track for starting their phased return from the 1st of June. So that's a good indication. We know from talking to a whole number of schools that they're putting fantastic measures into place for dealing with children, all children, boarding as well as their day students, in what their school day will look like to begin with. And then hopefully things will get easier and easier and lessen up. So, I think that, certainly when you get the UK press hasn't helped us. The press do give us a very negative look at things, and that's a very British thing, unfortunately. You love us for our royal family and other things, but you've got to realise that our press don't help us in a lot of ways, and it's all a lot of fake news and issues that come out. But what schools are aware of is making sure that they're putting every plan into place possible, and they're putting together safeguarding as well as health and safety together to make sure that students, when they come back, feel safe, that parents can understand what's put in place, and that parents will know a lot of this from the communications that will start to come from schools, and they'll realize just how hard they are working to make sure this all happens. There will be some schools that will decide October. There could be some schools that say up to November and even actually January. But every school is different. So what's important, therefore, I believe, is that communication with the guardianship, but also with the actual schools in particular. And we know that Cambridge University have decided to go online for the foreseeable future, for possibly for a whole year. So, you know, that they're putting plans into place. I think schools will be blending a lot of the digital and online learning with what's happening in the classroom, whilst they have their bubbles of students, smaller classes, to make sure that social distancing continues and that children feel safe and parents feel safe, that the schools have been thinking about this, and they've been working so hard to make sure that this is the case. Hopefully that's answered the school bit.
And there is, parents can go to safeschoolsuk.org, which is a website that's been set up, which basically outlines the provisions that schools are taking with regard to COVID-19. So, for example, allowing some schools assigning, you'll be able to see the list, but it's things like allowing international students to wear masks at school, to ensure that there is hand sanitizer on site, social distancing, as Adam said, procedures if a child shows COVID-19 symptoms at school and they're a boarder. The Public Health England advice that was published yesterday evening states very clearly that the child will be self-isolated on school premises. During a holiday, if a child is in a homestay and were to display symptoms of COVID-19, then they would be self-isolated in the homestay. So basically the advice is not to move the child from whichever setting they display symptoms. And quarantine, as we said, there will be a solution between schools and guardians.
And there's also been concerns about sort of xenophobia. So that's a big word for you there, Chris, to translate. But it's basically just making sure that any students that might come from Asian countries, when they come back, that they do realise that the school and guardianships, they're fully understanding that, you know, that they might feel that people are wanting to cause issues with them or point fingers. And that's certainly something that's been taken extremely seriously, and schools understand that stance, but they will be making sure that a lot of education goes in to make sure that people understand that this is a worldwide problem. It's not something that is being attributed to any individuals at all or any countries.
Okay, I'll summarize it。咁簡單嚟講咧，就係兩位都覺得即係9月嘅時候就應該即係第一學校都陸續嘗試喺6月1號嘅時候咧就開學啦。咁其實9月嘅時候咧，即係兩位其實都係相當客觀嘅。咁但係個問題都要睇翻唔同嘅學校佢哋係點樣去安排、點樣去處理。咁有啲學校可能甚至會10月或者出年先復課，即係都有可能。但係咁當然最緊要就係嗰個溝通 communication 嗰樣嘢。去即係令到大家都知道啊，究竟學校點樣安排咧？然之後監護公司或者 AEGIS 究竟可以點樣幫到大家手咧？咁樣咁所以成個過程中亦都係需要好多唔同嘅溝通咯。咁所以大家如果有問題嘅話，就可以即係Facebook 揾我哋又好，或者係用唔同嘅途徑或者係聯絡我哋都好，咁能夠會處理到嗰個議題。咁另外就係關於如果個學生即係有即係 COVID-19 嘅情況，咁其實都係跟翻嘅政府嘅 guideline，即係都係即係 quarantine 啊，然之後睇個情況點樣。所以呢樣嘢其實就應該同之前嗰個變化就唔係好大嘅。咁但係當然最仔細就係睇翻剛才 Yasemin 提到嘅嗰個網站啦。係啦，咁我哋會稍後會將個網站擺喺嗰個下面個留言度，咁令到大家都知道究竟可以喺邊度睇到啲最 update 嘅個 information 啦。
Okay, so later on, Yasemin will put the links to safeschoolsuk.org on our Facebook page, so parents can see their kind of policy and things like that, and which schools and guardianship companies are participating. We'll add the AEGIS website as well, excuse me, so that parents can have access to all the 50 guardianship companies, and also Yasemin's contact information, so and AEGIS's contact information. So if any parents want to communicate or have any further questions on AEGIS or AEGIS accredited guardianship, or you want to give feedback or complaints, then they're able to contact AEGIS about that. I think that's about it. We've covered, I think, all of the questions today.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Irene.
you very much,
Thank you.
Yasemin, for
Thank you, Chris.
joining us
Thank you.
today, and Chris for translating.
Yeah, I just summarize
Fine
it.
job.
There's too many information, but I think, yeah, the parents and family can get it, most of it.
Yes.
99%.
Yeah. And then
And
we'll
if there
also
are further
put
questions,
yeah, we'll also put the most up-to-date link to the government guidelines on residential settings that AEGIS has shared. So we'll put that in our link.
Yeah.
So in
And
case,
I'm about to send some updated guidance to AEGIS guardians as well, which will be available on our website this afternoon.
Fantastic. So we'll share all of that with the parents, and we'll share it on our Facebook page. So AEGIS also is also in social media.
Yes.
I've got, like, really
I'm watching your daughter.
Yeah, so distracted.
She's disappearing.
Oh gosh. Okay.
yes,
Yes,
Twitter and LinkedIn, particularly,
yes.
I think. Is that right, Yasemin? Mainly on those
It's
two?
been on everything: Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
add
do.
all the links so that people can access it, see the news. And AEGIS also has a newsletter. So is that being sent to parents, Yasemin?
No, but if they'd like it to be, they can let us have their contact details.
Or guardians can always pass
Or
it
you
on.
can pass it on. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so we can share the newsletter as well, because there's some very good information on the newsletters, and it shares AEGIS students, so from AEGIS accredited guardianship companies, and updates. So I think that's quite a useful one to share with parents.
I think it's Irene, it's really important that parents understand that, you know, that they must communicate with the schools as well, just to make sure any issues. I know that they will be really happy to listen, and they want to. I think the international community is going to be respected so much more. Not that it wasn't in the first place, but I think all of this has made schools realise that you know, the international part of the school had to leave the school very quickly. To go back home, and you know that they do miss them, and they want them to have them back within that community, because they international students add so much to the schools as well, with the whole international scope, and making new friends from all different countries. So I know that they will be welcomed back with open arms.
Yes, we're missing all the students.
Aww.
Just a few more months to wait, we hope.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
very
Okay.
much.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Take care.